Saturday, the typical response you've seen from the team coming back from Friday's loss?
Yeah, it's a great response, especially with the travel up there and the quality team that Alaska has. It was, I guess we weren't really too worried about what kind of response we were going to have. I think we felt pretty confident that we're going to go into that game, win or lose, we're going to have a great response, and hats off to our guys, they did.
Where does that sort of response come from on a team like this, where you're still kind of searching out for leaders, but the one thing you have gotten out of this year is that they do respond to things pretty well?
We've never questioned that. Their effort, practice, never have to raise our voice. One time this year, that's it. One time during a game, that was it. And I think that's just the kids that we have in that locker room. I think it's still evolving. I think, you know, if you include Brady into that mix, we have 17 underclassmen. And I think those kids are here to play hockey and try to play hockey beyond Ohio State. And I think that they just have that within. They don't have to go too far. They look in the mirror and they dig pretty deep within themselves.
Did you change anything for practice this week coming back from Alaska?
Well, yesterday was a day off. Today was today was a light day, just a cardio day. No bumping, no contact. Try to get their legs moving again here today, and then we'll try to be smart about tomorrow what we end up doing.
Do you have to worry about having the legs for Friday?
Definitely. I mean, that travel really wipes you out. I think guys are going to feel that effect today, probably a little bit tomorrow. Last night, talking to a few of them, was a little difficult getting to sleep. But they'll get their bodies back on track. But just that travel in general and the time of the year, I think we have to be smart about it.
Probably not the best of opponents then to be playing on Friday night.
That'll be interesting. I think, you know, it was no different in the WCHA with Anchorage. That turnaround weekend was tough. It was always very difficult after you've played Alaska or Fairbanks. It's always very difficult. And more mentally than anything, we have to make sure they're fresh.
At this point, do you need the on-ice practice? Can you afford to take a day off now that you've kind of pretty much gotten to this point?
Yeah, no doubt. I think you got to be cautious on taking too many days off in a row. You can lose your legs a little bit, skating legs, but taking a day off here or there, it's going to benefit you physically, obviously, but probably more importantly, mentally.
For you to have success this weekend, what do you guys need to do? I know you haven't really gone over the tape of Western yet, but what do you guys need to do?
We have to play our game. You know, I think if we play the way we did on Saturday, you're going to have a lot of good opportunities to do well. I think we have to be extremely disciplined. It's a well-coached team with Andy, and they are going to make some progress on their power play. They do a nice job on their penalty kill, but I think we have to stick with our team systems, and play extremely disciplined. I think anytime you can do that, I think you're going to put yourself in a position where you can roll through your lines. I think our depth is good, and our depth is part of our strength. And if you start getting in penalty situations or where you have to shorten your bench at any point, it makes it very difficult.
Go ahead. Talk about Brady in the third period on Saturday night. He had 12 of his 26 saves. What kind of a difference does that make as far as like showing his leadership to really keep the game where it needs to be?
Well, I mean, but if you watch that game again, our guys played extremely well in front of him. His game was a response from the night before. He didn't have a very strong game on Friday, along with our team. I think it mirrored what our team was doing. But you know, he didn't have to make a lot of big saves on Saturday because of what our team did in front of him. Never felt like we were relying on Brady. So, I mean, his response was just how he showed up and played, and very businesslike on Saturday after Friday.
Just from watching him all year, though, I mean, I know you're not the biggest goaltending guy. You got Joe for that, but he looks like he just plays confidently. He comes out of his crease, he takes away angles. Does that help a team play hockey when you know your goaltender is kind of mentally...
you go to LA Kings last year. You know, there's a team that was a great example of how aggressive they could play, even on their penalty kill, because they knew what kind of goaltender they had behind them. That's kind of how our team is right now with Brady. Our guys can play aggressive. They can play excited for each other, take opportunities on the offensive side of things, and they know they have a brick wall back there.
Injuries. Curtis, his status for this weekend?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Still up in the air. We'd love to have him. Certainly, but we don't know.
Anybody else that'll definitely be out or wavering at this point?
Not from injury standpoint.
Okay, from any other standpoint?
It's all good.